arrive here today and find Newcastle in this situation?
I can't have really imagined it from Christmas. I probably didn't anticipate we would be anywhere near the situation. So obviously after the last sort of couple of weeks, I'm still a little bit shocked by where we find ourselves today.
The fans want to know who's responsible. In your opinion, is it collective responsibility or does it stop at your door?
My door.
The second question to that is, what would you do if the worst happens to this football club today and it falls into the Championship, Mike?
If you're talking about investing in the club, I will continue the policy of investing in the football club.
Will you invest enough to make ssure it comes back at the first attempt to the Premier League?
Yes, if there is such a thing, if you're able to guarantee that, I would like to say I could guarantee that investment, but obviously the results is not something that I can.
If the best happens and you stay in the Premier League today, what's your plan for the club?
Well, on the only positive, I think, we've got the club on a very sound financial footing. So we are able to spend relatively and punch above our weight now with the current financial situation the club finds itself in.
If you hadn't come into this club when you did and cleared the debt, where do you think it would be?
Financially not as strong, but unfortunately I'm going to add to that isn't really good enough. So it's no good having the horse and cart scenario, and we may have the cart financially, but we now need to bolt the horse on, and we're going to.
What's your ambition for the club?
It's now going to be definitely to win something. And by the way, I shan't be selling it until I do.
Can we just be clear on that? Because there's been so much rumour whether you might not. The club is not for sale. Not
at any price. And by the way, when I say win something, if we ever get in a position that we get a Champions League place, that also qualifies as winning something.
What's your message to the fans today ahead of this game?
Today, we don't need to be unlucky. Not today. But from this day forward, we'll definitely be making our own luck.
And finally, Mike, there are obviously one or two things to be sorted out come the end of the season. Can we expect you and your advisors to be acting on that fairly imminently with regards to appointments of managers and such like?
Well, on that basis, it's Lee Charnley and the football board that make those decisions, as it was Derek Lambart's supporting Alan Pardew. So I will not be picking the next manager. It's not what I do. My job is to make sure they have the maximum amount of financial resources, and it's their job to get the best pound for pound value out of those resources.
And to be very clear, you're here to stay and you want to make this club successful.
To be categorically clear, I'm not going anywhere until we win something.
Mike, we wish you well. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.